Hey, and welcome to the channel. One of you guys asked me to do a video on loops, so today we're doing a video on loops. Let's get right into it. Okay, so I'm thinking this is going to be a shorter video, but we will see. We're in a new class, main method, ready to go. So the first type of loop we're going to talk about is a for loop, and we use the for loop when we know how many times we're going to iterate, and we use a counter for that. So inside the for loop, we declare an integer, call it I, and we'll set it equal to something, and then we can do while I is less than 10, we'll do I plus plus. So let me break this down real quick before we move on. So right here, before the first semicolon, we're making a variable and declaring it. That makes sense, right? And then here, this is a check that happens in between iterations, okay? And then if this condition is met, or if it's false, so if I is bigger than 10, the code will not get run another time. That's why it's a loop. We have this statement to terminate the loop. And then this determines, how we change I after every time the loop is executed. So every time all of the code in between these two little curly braces gets done, I will go up by 1. And then when it's on its 10th time, I will be 10 and it will no longer run. So let's do a simple print statement to demonstrate this. We'll just print I. 0 to 9, which is 10. Bam. Okay, so there's that. People will mess this up easily by putting equal signs here when they're not supposed to. My rule of thumb to never mess this up, and I still sometimes do, is to make it 0. The number I want to count to will be right here. Won't change that at all. And then no equal sign. It's just while this is less than that, and it starts at 0. And that's how you get, to run 10 times, not 11 or 9. Moving on from that, we have the while loop, and this is distinct from the for loop because we want to use this to make a condition false. So we're going to write while, and let's make 2 variables, while a is less than b, and then we have the loop code that goes in the curly braces. So int a equals 1 and b equals 10. That's how you create 2 variables on one line, if you did not know. So while a is less than b, let's increment a by 1, and then print a at the end of the loop. And then a should be 10 whenever we run this. Done. Okay. So that's a while loop, and it stopped running when a was equal to b. So that's why it was 10 after the loop was done. The next type of loop is called the do while loop, and let's keep that print statement. So the do while loop is just like a while loop, except that the code will get run once no matter what. So let's do while b is less than a, which is already false because b is greater than a. Let's do a plus plus, and then a will print out 2 as we run this now. Once we fix that dirty error. Always remember your semicolons. Okay, did that. It's 2. Whoa, what do you expect? The last type of loop, I know it's been a long journey, is called the for each loop, and we use this to step through arrays and other iterable lists and data structures. So we're going to use an array here as an example. 1 2 3 4 5. Did that, and then there we go. That shouldn't be unhappy. No semicolon. something is wrong with the world. We're gonna write for int n, a colon, and the name of the array we're running through, which is nums. And now we can refer to the current integer that we're at by referring to n. So here we can type system.out.println n. This doesn't work anymore because a doesn't exist, and this did actually need a semicolon. That's why it wasn't working. This is going to print 1 through 5 on different lines. We did it. Alright, if you guys have any questions or would like a more thorough breakdown of this, I can redo the video, but somebody wanted a quick overview and description. I hope that this fits the bill. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you enjoyed. Good night.